just tell her to give me the $35 and her size, and we will turn that around for you right away. But I want to, before I get into 821, I want to piggyback on something that Ms. Rose said. She said that we have to be responsible for our children. And I have a little talk that I generally give when I go and talk to groups of middle school children and even the groups of elementary school children who I'm around every week. You have to learn that you need to go to the mirror right now and just repeat after me. And I'm going to give you about 2 seconds to get there. You there yet? Okay, thanks. I see. Okay, thanks. All right. You got to look yourself in the eye in the mirror and say that I am responsible. I'm responsible for my life. I know that life is choice driven. I'm where I am today because as a result of the choices I've made. When I get ready to choose differently, I know that I have the freedom to do so. I have the ability to change my circumstances and change the course of my life. But that is a choice that only I can make. I am responsible for my choices. I am keenly aware that I can choose my truths, but I cannot choose my consequences. If I've made some bad choices, especially if those unwise choices have impacted other lives, I have to live with those consequences.
That's right.
I am responsible for working through those consequences and making a better choice the next time. It may take me a while to get it right, but I have to keep trying. I choose to stop playing the blame game. Don't be pointing at somebody else when you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
I may not have had it as easy as others or as easy as I may have liked to have had it, but I will not continue to point fingers and find fault in others for the choices I've made. Today, I can choose to make an about face and turn my life around, but that is entirely up to me. I can take action, but I know full well that it is 100% my choice. And as Ms. Rose was saying about your children, you are responsible. I don't care if you are a teenage mother or older.
That's right.
You made that choice. It is incumbent upon you to do everything that you can to instill some values in that child. And as Ms. Rose says, nobody should have more impact on your children's life than the parent does. But again, just as we teach in 821, you have to learn the knowledge and you have to practice it.
That's right.
You have to be the model for your kid and then get that kid good enough or on point enough where he can share it with his peers and with other people. You are responsible for putting that life on this earth. So you are responsible to teach that person how they should live it.
I want that one more time, Mrs. Taylor.
You want me to read it from top to bottom?
I want
Sure.
that one more time.
Sure will.
Hey, y'all. Make sure you tune in. Download the free app. Hustle Firm Radio. 301-477-2616. I want to thank everybody for tuning in right now.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. I want you guys to hear this.
Are you ready?
Don't feel comfortable looking at yourself in the mirror. Go look at the wall. Look somewhere.
Right.
No, look somewhere where you can see yourself.
Get focused right now
right.
for a quick minute and maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
All right, y'all ready?
Let's bring this back, Mr. Taylor.
All right, not a problem at all. And you will be seeing this on the 411 with Angela Taylor
That's
on
right.
YouTube.
Listen up,
Because
y'all.
I think this is
Listen
that
up.
important. All right? Look yourself in the eye and say, I am responsible.
I am responsible.
That's right.
I am responsible.
I am responsible for my life.
I'm responsible for my life.
I know that life is choice driven.
I know that life is choice driven.
I am where I am today as a result of the choices I've made.
I am where I am today
as a result of the choices I've made. When I get ready to choose differently,
I
know that I have the freedom to do so.
I know I have the freedom to do so.
I have the ability to change my circumstances.
I have the ability to change my circumstances.
And change the course of my life.
And change the course of my life.
But that is a choice that only I can make.
But that is a choice only that I can make.
I am responsible for my choices.
I am responsible for my choices.
I am keenly aware.
I am keenly aware
that I can choose my truths.
That I can choose my truths.
But I cannot choose my consequences.
But I cannot choose my consequences.
If I've made bad choices,
if I've made bad choices,
especially if those unwise choices impact others' lives.
Especially if those unwise choices impact other lives.
I have to live with those consequences.
I have to live with those consequences.
I am responsible for working through those consequences.
I am responsible for working through those consequences.
And making a better choice the next time.
And making a better choice the next time.
It may take me a while to get it right.
It may take me a while to get it right.
But I have to keep trying.
But I have to keep trying.
I choose to stop playing the blame game.
I choose to stop playing the blame game.
I may not have had it as easy as others.
I may not have had it as easy as others.
Or as easy as I would have liked.
Or as easy as I have liked.
But I will not continue to point fingers.
But I will not continue to point fingers.
And find fault in others for the choices I've made.
And find fault in others for the choices I have made.
Today, I can choose to make an about face.
I can choose to make an about face.
And turn my life around.
And turn my life around.
But that is entirely up to me.
But that is entirely up to me.
I can take action.
I can take action.
But I know full well.
But I know full well
that it is 100% my choice.
But it's 100% my choice.
That's it and that's all, folks. And
that's all.
That's it and that's all. Okay,
y'all already know what it is, man.
Take it in.
You are responsible.
Yes, indeed.
For your life.
For your life.
Like I said, some of us, even with me now, are still going through things because of my past.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it together now because I forgot about it, but it caught up with me.
That's it.
So you're responsible for your life. Heard the first man right here on Focus Radio.
Absolutely. We got Antonio and Tiffany in the building, y'all.
I want to read something. Antonio Willer and Tiffany Young in the building. I gotta take a break before this interview. Misha Staten. Y'all already know what it is, man. I call y'all out. We are in the real zone right now on Focus Radio. The whole show. So I will call your name out if you send me a message on Facebook. If you don't want that done, don't send me a comment. Nothing towards you, Misha, but I'm just letting people know. But Misha says, in today's world, and this is, I think, for you, Mrs. Taylor, in today's world, parents have become more friends with their children.
Exactly.
This is why the parent doesn't have any influence over their children and have fallen prey to the people they come in contact with, in the streets. I'm just saying. And that's what Miss Misha just said.
And that's the truth.
So she said the parents and the kids are buddies now.
Yeah, but Miss Misha, if you are a parent, you have to step up. And a lot of times we do things, as parents, because we're working this job, we got to go to the grocery store, we got to wash clothes, we got to do all those things. So we're looking for that free day of the week where we can just woosah, if you will. But be that as it may, you cannot, my husband and I were talking about this earlier today, and a friend of ours. Too many parents today are doing things that make their life comfortable as opposed to doing things that is in the best interest of the child.
Right.
You give him a video game or get him that cell phone so he'll leave you alone. You cannot afford to do that. You're leaving the internet the responsibility of raising your kid, because you don't feel like being bothered. Yeah. You lay down and had that baby. It is incumbent upon you to make sure that that kid gets the values that will take him or her through life. Those values you've got to respect. Respect is a very, very big one because, again, you can't tell your kid, respect me, and you're not modeling behavior that will warrant that respect. You have to model what you want to see. You got to be the change that you want to see.
That's right.
Responsibility. When you tell your kid to clean up that room, something that minor, that's a good habit to get into. If the kid don't clean up that room, you can tell them a second time. But on that third time, it's got to be a consequences because the real deal in life is if you screw up, there's going to be a consequence. And it may be one that you might not like. That's what I mean when I say you can choose your truth. Your truth may be as it is for that kid. I don't feel like cleaning up that room. But as the parent, as the person who is guiding that child, You have to show that child that in your house and in your life, when you don't do the right thing, it's going to be a consequence.
That's right.
You have to stop trying to do what is comfortable for you and start doing what is best for the child.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
Hey, Misha, heard it first, man, right here on Focus Radio. Mrs. Taylor.
Yes.
Before we end the business segment, can you tell the people the great work you are doing for Tillman, and tell a little bit about Tillman, who is running for a seat?
Oh yes. Yeah. Here is something I want to impress upon our community, that politics, elections are not just every 4 years in the general election. Politics is every single solitary day. Now, there is a gentleman running in Texas. His name is Jerome Tillman. He just happens to be my baby brother. But he has the work ethic that I have. He makes it his business to get informed. He is very compassionate. He has taught middle school. He's taught at the college level. And he is interested in making a change. I often tell folks when they get into business, new blood is the lifeblood, especially if you're doing network marketing. We need some new blood on the hill. And what you do here.
God, the A21. Say that again, Mr.
Okay.
New blood is the lifeblood.
That's
It
right.
is. New blood is the lifeblood.
Yes,
And
it
God knows that we need some new blood and some fresh ideas on that hill. We also need people who look like us.
That's right.
Who represent our interests.
You
We
don't get
need
this
some
shit.
new blood in life.
You don't
hear
get this
me?
shit nowhere but Focus Radio.
Yes, we need some
You
new
don't
blood
get this
in
nowhere
life.
but Focus Radio.
Yes, indeed.
Tune in to A21. What's the 411?
Yes, indeed.
Angela Taylor on the YouTube.
Yeah, now Jerome Tillman is a native Washingtonian. He is a retired major in the military. I remember back in the 70s when the military down in Panama was trying to screw him over, but he was not having it. He fought the military and he won. He retired honorably from the military several years later. But what I'm saying is that he's informed on so many fronts. A person who's informed about the community, what black folks need in terms of housing, what they need in terms of education. And he familiarizes himself with the tax system, things that will hurt us and things that will help us. If you know anybody in the state of Texas, Jerome Tillman is in the District of El Paso. Start passing this stuff out. Call folks if they're in a sorority or fraternity. Alert them that he is running. Because I promise you people, we need people who care about our best interests on the Hill.
That's right.
Now, I am his national treasure, and I'm very proud of it. I may be taking a plane or two once he wins the primary in March. The election's in June. But that is for Jerome Tillman, who is in the state of Texas. And again, I implore you, if you know people anywhere in the state, because they may know some people in that area that you don't know, share this information. That's thing number one. And since we're talking about politics, and if I got another minute or two, let's pay attention to the tax cuts, because we have elections coming up next Tuesday, November the 7th. I know everybody listening knows somebody in Virginia, excuse me, and maybe somebody in New Jersey. Folks, you got to show up and you got to show out. Donald Trump is making a bid or a push for tax cuts. And I know if you even caught a piece of the news, he's trying to cut out state tax. And I know a lot of y'all are saying, yay, I can keep that $150, $200 in my pocket. But you think about it, if he pulls that out, that means who's going to collect your trash?
Exactly.
Who's going to collect recycling? Who's going to shovel your snow? Don't fall for the okie doke for that extra $150 or $200 that you get to keep in your pocket. Because if that's cut out, then you're going to have to come out of your pocket. And if it's privatized, I promise you, you're going to pay a whole lot more. We got a call coming in, so I guess I'm going to have to... Not yet.
Focus Radio, how you doing? You are now tuned in.
Thank you.
Mrs. Erica Proctor. Hey y'all, we got our guest on the airlines right now. Mrs. Erica Proctor, don't go nowhere. Thanks for tuning in to Focus Radio. Let's finish up with this business segment and we'll be right back at you. Don't go nowhere. Hold on.
Okay, I'm just telling you, Virginia and New Jersey, you all have to show up and show out. If you and don't believe every little single thing that you keep you